Hello, this is a video to show some compact arrangements for uh, splitting a belt and then limiting as well. So we'll start with a splitter, and the splitter will split three ways, obviously, but we can compactly bring that up to a merger. Get the output lined up right. And now we can take the outputs from the splitter and bring them into the merger. So now the bottom will have 1/3 of the output as the top. And when I connect it to these two boxes, we will get a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of the output here, the goods. If the ratios are not clear, I'm not good at them either. I have to think about them. Okay, so here we'll have the concrete coming in and it's splitting out. And what you'll see here is two concrete and then a space. So you can see 2-to-1. And if I let that run for a few seconds here, then delete this, and then when we look at the actual tallies here in the box, we should see something resembling 2-to-1. And I'll just show that so that maybe that you could see the ratios are clear here. Okay, so there's 13 there, and that should be 7. That's, I mean, not exactly, but so that's working very well. Okay, now we can use we can do more of this sort of thing to limit this further, and this time let's only use one of the vertical splitters. So I'll take vertical lifts. So we'll take a conveyor splitter. Make sure the output and inputs are correct here, and you can put them right next to each other pretty much. And we will connect a belt. It can be hard to edit those belts once you place them, I should probably point out. So now we'll have a conveyor merger here, and yeah, I think our output's correct. And we can delete these middle ones. They're not necessary. And we need another belt here to connect these two. And then we need one lift. And now what we should have is on the bottom, we should have 1/6 of the output on the bottom versus the top for a ratio of 5-to-1. So let's see here. We will take this to the low output box. Let's take our concrete so we can get a count here. And we will put this to the upper box. I always have trouble with that. All right. And now we'll connect our source. And now when we're looking up here, we should see a pattern of 5 cement followed by a empty one. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a space. And then we're getting. So that's where our 5-to-1 ratio comes from. There's 5 cement up here for 1 cement down here, and we can stop the input and do a count again, so you can see the 1-to-5, 5-to-1, whatever. So there should be 5 cement here for 1 here. And you can do that, you can customize that basically. So there's 25 here. We should get about 5 here. And we have exactly 5 there. So as you can see, my ratios aren't crazy, even though maybe it seems like it should be 6-to-1. That's not how it works. Do the math, I guess. I'm rusty at it myself. Okay, so rather than having two output lines, we can have one output line, but we can limit it. And we can do that via sort of a feedback mechanism. We will feed back the output into the input to slow down the input line. So rather than using splitters on the bottom, we will use mergers on the bottom. And we will merge back into the bottom from the top, thus slowing down our input line. There's probably numbers of ways to do this. Make sure I got those lined up. There's the output, there's the input, and now we'll have some splitter action. And the splitters, we're going to reverse direction. So there we go there. And there we go there. Okay, and now we'll put in our lifts. Similar to before. Oh, did I do that like an idiot again? I need two splitters. And we need to delete those. And there's the belt connecting those. And there is our lifts. And besides having the mergers on the bottom, I guess you could do it either way, but I will also need to feed the output from the mergers back to the top for the feedback. So it comes out of the mergers, comes into splitters, feeds back into the mergers to slow it down. And because I've done this twice in a row, I should be seeing a 1:9 reduction here. And let's take the output from the top here, from the chain of combiners, and we'll just take a single line into that box, and now we'll connect our input. And if I didn't screw that up, which I frequently do, putting belts, forgetting to put belts in, and you can kind of check when you're looking here, if, yeah, you can see cementus traveling through there, so it's probably working. And there we go. So there's a cement there. And like magic, even though we're, the others aren't disappearing or anything. I mean, they're just jammed up in that system being seriously limited. Eventually you're going to see that line slow down because, and there you go. You can see the line is slowed down as it's trying to merge the output back into the input. And, you know, that's probably 1:9. If we weren't sure, we could always just, you know, take a stopwatch or whatever and see that we have, well, that'd be 60 divided by 9, about 7 per minute. I'll just say that looks like 9 to me. And so hopefully that was helpful. Anyone working on doing like limiting or splitting and looking for a kind of a compact arrangement, there's probably different ways to do it. Hopefully this was helpful to someone. Thanks for watching.